Right everyone, well we have a first look of sorts. Welcome to a very non-glamorous first look, guys. Just me looking at the press releases that predict what's happening in the episode tonight, rather than the fancy video trailer you will get later. But it does look like it could be an interesting episode tonight. Looks like Shakira might be, well, ruffling feathers, as this article says, and trying her best to save her place in Love Island. Let's have a look. Love Island's Shakira Khan ruffles feathers in the villa. She tries to woo the boys to keep her place in the villa. Spoilers for Tuesday's episode show DEJON Noel Williams checking in on Shakira following the news that she's vulnerable to being dumped from the island. Now, I don't think we should be surprised about DEJON checking in on Shakira, as they call it, because he did admit in his own video last night that he has a wandering eye. And even though I do feel like he kind of got on a level pegging with Meg towards the end of last night's episode, I don't know if that's enough to keep him with her. And let's be honest, they've just been coupled together on the basis of very shallow information, so we can't really rail against any of them for perhaps wanting to explore other options at the moment. It's still incredibly early. They've only known these people for a few hours. After bombshell Tony Lates stole Ben Holbrook from Shakira, the Burnley lass now has to find a connection with one of the other 5 boys in the villa. And as DEJON checks in with Shakira, Meg Moore watches on with worry and tells the girls, "I don't have my man. DEJON's gone. That's it." Later, DEJON and Meg head to the terrace, with DEJON keen to reassure Meg. The next morning, Tony is giving Shakira a bit of a pep talk before her day of grafting. Megan Forte Clark, now just so you know, that's the Irish lady, I believe, nervously watches from the sidelines as Shakira chats to Tommy Bradley. Meg, Helena Ford and DEJON tell her not to sit back, with Helena saying, "Claim your man." Megan adds, "I think I need to lips him." DEJON adds, "Go do it now." Megan decides to go for it, interrupting the chat to ask Tommy for a chat. They head to the terrace, where Megan admits, "That made me a little bit jealous." For Megan and Tommy, has Megan's jealousy, instigated by Shakira, pushed them in the right or wrong direction? Later that evening, the islanders are feeling tense as they realise one of the girls will be going home tonight. Shakira tells Tony, "I've been grafting. I've rubbed people up the wrong way, but who's to stop you from cracking on?" Presenter Maya then makes her dramatic return to the villa, telling islanders, "Your 24 hours are up. Please meet me by the fire pit. I gave you 24 hours to find a connection with one of the boys or risk being dumped from the island tonight. But have you done enough? Boys, do you want to play it safe and stick with your current partner, or take the risk and recouple with Shakira?" She then announces, "Okay guys, if you feel you have a stronger connection with Shakira than your current couple, please stand up." As the girls watch on nervously, will any of the boys go for it and stand up for Shakira, or will it be Shakira herself packing up her suitcase? Nice and brief and to the point. I think it's going to be an interesting episode tonight. And who do you think is going to stand up for Shakira's attention? I think we're definitely going to get BLU, unless by some miracle Alima and BLU suddenly hit it off tonight and discover, hey, we thought we weren't compatible, but look, we're getting on like a house on fire. Then I think definitely BLU will stand up. I think DEJON may well stand up for Shakira as well, because again, as I said earlier, his connection with Meg was a bit dry, and I don't actually think she's into him either. So it's possible that Shakira will have more than 1 or 2 of the boys actually wanting to get into a couple with her. So I do think Meg will be vulnerable, I think Alima will be vulnerable, and I'm not sure what's going to happen. Obviously it'll be down to Shakira, because if 2 or 3 boys stand up, Shakira can only choose 1, and that will make that person's partner vulnerable. Unless, of course, no one stands up for Shakira, in which case Shakira will be dumped. But I would find that highly unlikely, because I know some of the boys did look at her and think they liked her in last night's episode. So what are we thinking, guys? Who do we think is going home? In my video yesterday, before the show even started, I predicted it to be Helena going home. Oh dear. But I did also say in that video, if you watch it again, and why would you waste your time watching it again? But I did say in that video, I think it'll be Helena or possibly Meg, meaning the Meg that DEJON is coupled up with. It's so confusing. We have 2 girls in the villa, both called Megan. I do find that really annoying. But I think Meg or Alima are the most vulnerable. Thoughts below, please. What do you reckon? And who are you hoping will stay? And who do you think, well, if they went, I don't mind as much. They weren't that interesting. And remember, whichever girl gets dumped tonight could always return as a bombshell later on. They've done that before. They could easily do that again. Talk below, please. Let us discuss and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.